going on, folks? On the air with VA3EWV, AllStar Echolink. It's that time. I'm just going to see if I have some sound and we'll get to going. I think we have a couple people out there already on the air there. Let me see if I can hear myself talking. It's going. Yep, we got sound, so we're ready to go. Big E's on the band. 40-20, E command. Let's see if we can get this shared out. I think there are a couple people already waiting, which is awesome. We got some good topics tonight, and we'll see what's happening. Let me just put this out in a couple places and get rolling. All right, a couple more places. One more spot, then we're gonna get started. All right, it's 8 o'clock, folks. It's 8 o'clock. We got a house full too. Let's get it going. I'm trying to stop the music. It don't want to stop. There we go. This is Victor Alpha 3, Echo Whiskey Victor. Good evening, everybody. On the air with VA3EWV, AllStar Echolink Friday Night Net. Hello, everyone. Glad to have you here. We have a house full. I am so excited to see everybody out there today. And I got some good topics. And believe it or not, it's not anything from me, these topics. These were things that I heard throughout the week. Had a young lady get a hold to me trying to, a young lady contact me trying to get a radio up and running that she had been trying to get running for a long time. We sat and just have a little bit of a conversation. We're like, you all have everything you need almost, you know? So the topics tonight that everybody's out here joining, the topics tonight, two topics. First one, to be or not to be, which is to be in a club or not to be in a club. Some topics on that. And then the second topic, hate or appreciate. You know, and what I mean by that, there are people that will only say anything to you to critique you, right? And they may have good intentions and they want you to do good, but it would be better if you heard from them all the time, and then they said, oh, by the way, you're going to blow yourself up, and you're like, oh, man. So hate or appreciate, are you a hater out there? Are you heading out that haterade? Or are you helping people out? I'm getting my logger up here. Let me get off the mic here and see what we have. I'll go down the list. And one other thing that I do at my nets, well, first of all, I need to make sure anybody hears me. So let me pause for the cause, go back out there, and let me see. VA3FZ was there first. VA3FZ, do you have a good copy on me before I get started?
Good morning, Ernest. VA3FZ, yeah, you're nice and clear, nice sound. You're all good to go.
Okay, okay. All right. Thank you for the radio check there. I'm still waiting for my logger to come up. I don't know why it's taking its time. Oh, because I'm on the wrong thing here. Give me 2 seconds to get the logger going. And I'm already excited that we have about 5 people out here. I did share it to a couple sites, and we'll get to you in just a moment. VA3EWV, give me 1 second. Okay, tonight so far, thank you everybody for coming. This is on the air with VA3EWV. So we have, in this order, we have a VA3FZ, everybody. I do use NetLogger, so if you do know about that program, you can see who's on in there. If you're on Echolink, you can see who's in. Just letting you know. If you are someone that's in and out because you're working, I'll take a second after I get through with this, and we'll take you first because I don't want to leave anybody to last and you have to go, okay? But we have here tonight VA3FZ. Um, I'm just putting these names in there. So we have VA3FZ, everybody. He's here uh, on the air with us tonight. The next person I saw logged in was NX3F. NX3F was the next person we had logged in. You want to jot those things down because the way I run my nets is this. If you hear someone talking about something that interests you, at the end of the net, like the last 15 minutes or whatever, there's a back and forth that I do encourage that stuff to go back and forth. Okay, we have VE3JUM with us tonight. So far, we have Kilo Quebec 4. Hey, we have a Kilo Quebec 4 in the house. There's a story behind a Kilo Quebec 4. Um, I was on 40 meters when I first started just a few months ago. It was about 6 months ago when I started on HF, but I was on 40 meters and never heard any Kilo Quebec 4. So someone said, download the US band plans and go to 20 meters. And then first thing I heard was Kilo Quebec 4. So there you go. Uh, All right, and then we have VE1DXW. That's who we have here tonight so far. We do have a repeater connected with us tonight from VE6IDK, VE6IDK from Spruce Grove, Alberta. Okay, do we have any short time people that want to hit the mic first? Please come now.
I want to be short time because I got a couple other things to do.
And see, this is why we do it like that. Okay, thank you so much. This is so when you come in VE1DXW, tell everybody your name, where you're from, how long you've been in ham, this and that. And the topics tonight, you can pick either one or you could just do ever. The first topic is what do you think about clubs or no clubs? And then if you're around for a second round, it's gonna be are you hating out there or appreciating? Because some people don't think about it. So I want you guys to think about it. If the only time you open your mouth is to critique somebody, which is out of love, I'm sure, but somebody can think that is you're hating on them. So it's gonna be hate and appreciate. Back over to you, VE1DXW.
VA3EWV, VE1DXW. Thanks, Ernest. I'm Devin from Liverpool, Nova Scotia. I've been a hand radio operator now roughly 5 or 6 years, maybe a little longer. I finally went to program the dual band DMR video thanks to Ernest. I would say that I like clubs. I'm in a local club here, and we don't really do a whole lot, but the guys do like to help each other if you got questions. That's my opinion on that, and back over to you, Ernest.
Okay, folks, there we had it. We had our friend Devin there, all the way from Nova Scotia. Yeah, hams help each other all the time, and I just want to put it out there that you don't have to have a club to help you nowadays with the internet. You can find all kind of help, and if you follow the groups and stuff like that, you can forge a lot of friendships there. There are people here that I have who are not in a club that I know, and I talk to them more than people in my club, namely VA3FZ and NX3F. Also, James, that's out not here tonight, but he usually here, VA3JPX. So I talk to more people outside of my club than I talk to in the club, and that's not but because of me. That's mainly because of them, because I'm here all the time trying to talk to them, eh? But there you go. Devin's from Nova Scotia, got a small club. They do a little bit here and there, but they mainly help each other. We appreciate you be out there, and you have a good rest of your day, Devin. If you have to leave early, All right, we'll catch up with you on the flip flop. Let's go. Any other people that have a short time check-in that want to talk now? Come on in. That fan is loud on that radio. Come on. Okay, with that being said, then we'll start at the top of the list. We have VA3FZ. VA3FZ, come on in. Name, rank, and serial number. How long you been a ham? And club or not the club is our first one on the list there. Go ahead.
Good evening, Ernest. Everybody on net. VA3FZ. Been a ham over 20 years. And yeah, I do like helping out the guy that needs a hand, get a direction going. I had that for me.
Let's go, sir.
So
Let's help each other all the time, and I just
to be able to push forward, because there's at the beginning you just don't know, and the longer or I find the longer that I've been around radios, whenever I see the new people, I think back and think, wow, I remember being that way and not knowing either. So, and I had some good advice, which is appreciated. As far as club, I am a member, a paid member of the club. I just don't participate in the activities of the club so much. As I like to put in my 2 cents, so that if I'm using the local repeaters, that I paid my share. So that's about that. And had a pretty good week. So we're looking forward to next week. And back to you, Ernest, VA3FZ.
VA3FZ in the net, VA3EWV returning. Yes, we always have 2 rounds. We have that third round, me being nosy, so I've always wanted to know what people are doing for the weekend. So, I guess I should say about myself, because there are some new people out there. My name is Ernest, Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor, that nobody can ever get my call sign right, not even myself. But I've been a licensed ham for 2 years. I celebrated my 2-year anniversary on the 17th of this month. Had a big to do. It was on a Friday night too, so that even made it better. I was celebrating with lots of friends. Threw a little video out there. Hope you guys go and watch that of the stuff I accomplished over this past year, which was a lot, right? I am a member of a local club as well. Been a member there for longer than I've been a ham radio operator, so that's been going good. So for me, there are people who so to club or not to club. Well, I'm a little torn, to tell you the truth. I have gotten to make friends, like personal friends with folks that aren't members of the club, and they're happy, and they said that they didn't join the club because they don't like the politics. I can understand that, because I've seen some of that happen before. And some people, they just like to get together. One club that I like to hang out with, once every month on Tuesday nights, they go to this bar and grill, and they eat chicken wings and this and that. And I went there a couple times, and on one side of the bar, there's people putting stuff together. They were making antennas. On the other side, there were 3 people lined up at the window with a pint, taking their test, which I thought was pretty doggone cool. They're just sitting there eating wings and taking their test and having a beer. And those 2 guys passed straight up, like in their 90s, high 90s. And I'm like, wow, that beer and those chicken wings will do it to you, get you out there. So let me pause and I'll be right back. So to continue on, so I've seen organized clubs. I've seen unorganized clubs. I am a member of a club, but I do things differently. So this is my club here. I went and made my own on the air with VA3EWV, because everything I was doing, nobody in the club was doing it, right? So I kind of went out on my own, but I'm a member of the club as well. So yeah, I just wanted to hear how you guys are doing with that, and then I'll give you my stuff on my round 2. So that's from me. I hope I hit all the stuff. Let's take it now to NX3F. Come on in there, Mr. Allen.
Yeah, good evening, VA3EWV and the net. This is NX3F. Hope everybody's doing well. Okay,
Alpha Lima Lima Echo November. I'm located in Temple Hills, right outside of Washington, D.C., Maryland. And I've been a ham since 1972. And let me see here now. What else do we got there? Oh, clubs. Clubs. Well, I don't know. I belong to a club. It's a very small club. They don't seem to do too much, but I do lend them technical support when they get into a bind. But they have a 10-meter net that comes on every 10-meter net that comes on every week, and I do check into the net to give them support on that. And that's really about it. Clubs are good. Clubs can be bad. It depends upon the personnel in it. And I'll kind of leave it like that for everybody else's imagination. Back to you, Ernest. VA3EWV, NX3F.
NX3F. Hey, so everybody, just to let you know, you see me smiling a lot and giggling and stuff like that because I really do have a good time and I love the little things people say. We'll just leave them up to that. Hey, Mr. Allen, I think that, I was telling you about those boys with the wings and stuff, right? I think that we should have a club that they have a smoker at. Like once a month we get together. They got some meat on the grill. Potato salad, baked beans, right? A little homemade cornbread with the cream corn in it. That would be my kind. Hell, I might start one of those kind of clubs, right? It's just open during the summertime, right? Where we can have the grill open. Anyway, we have another visitor that's just joined us, everybody. Kilo Romeo 4, Alpha Mike Lima. We're going to stop right there for a second. Say hi to them. I do have on the list what their name is there. So Brandon. So we're going to say hi to Brandon in case he has to come in and out. Brandon, this is Ernest. We're on the air with VA3EWV Echolink AllStar Night. We have 2 rounds, by the way. Tonight's topics are to be or not to be in a club that is. And the second topic is hate or appreciate. Brandon, do you have to go early or you're in and out, or can you stay for the thing? Back over to you.
KL4 AML, hey, good to have you. Good for y'all to have a good night. It's good to be here. I got to be in and out. I was just quick check in and see what everybody was doing. I seen your post on the Facebook group there, so I just thought I'd drop in and tell everybody, hey, I hope you're having a good evening, and I'm going to go back in here in the other room and get to making something to eat. I'm getting rather hungry. I haven't eaten yet, and I was in the middle of making dinner, and I seen your post, so I want to jump in here and say hello. 73s to everybody. This is Brandon, KL4 AML. We'll be back clear.
Okay, I was talking about those potato salad, beans, ribs, and all that smoked goodness there, and he's like, I got to go put something on the stove there. That's for sure. Kilo Romeo 4, Alpha Mike Lima. Just, keep it on in the background while you're cooking. We'll still be here. And thanks for coming in and giving us another bean for the pot. Hi. Okay, thank you so much. The next person that was on our list there was VE3JUM. VE3JUM, come on in. Say hello.
Hey, good evening, Ernest, and everybody on that. Hope everybody's having a good Friday and had a good week. Nate Jim, located in Smith Falls, just outside Smith Falls,
Okay.
Ontario here. Been licensed amateur radio operator since 1990, around that time frame. So vintage, maybe or maybe not. Depends how you look at that. Well, oh boy, depending on the use of the word, Ernest, clubbing was my thing back in the day. Anyway, clubs as of late, the clubbing is long gone. Clubs as of late, still relatively new, I guess I would say, in regards to amateur radio in Ottawa in general. So I do participate on club nets, specifically on VHF, 2-meter nets in the area. But productive in the coming years in regards to helping people out. Something to be said about learning in this hobby, and it's a constant, is the underlying denominator within this hobby. As you originally said, or initially said rather, in the beginning of this net about this software tool called NetLogger, and I'm looking at it right now, and I'm like, never heard of it, never seen it. It's now running on my MacBook here, so kind of cool. Anyway, that's it for me. I'll pass it back to you, Ernest. Thanks for holding the net. VA3EWV, this is V3JUF.
VE3JUM in the group of Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor returning. And yeah, you know, like you said, I didn't know about NetLogger either. And then the guy, James, that I was talking to you about, VA3, no. Oh, I got James's call sign. It just slipped my memory. But anyway, they use it with TransCanada Net. I was invited to do rotation with them, and I'm a net controller with the TransCanada Net and the Procom Net. Actually, those were two dreams that came true. And they use NetLogger, and then you can see who's following along with you. So my net is called On the Air with VA3WV, and what I found out, there are people that are out there that can go to this program, and they can see what nets are what are on, and they'll try to find it by the frequency. But I'm doing Echolink and stuff, and that's not there, so they need to upgrade that. Hey, the other thing I was gonna say too, VE3JUM. Hams have been helping hams for a long time, and now I'm trying to make a little thing called helping hams, and it's a play on words. So helping hams, like I've been helping hams, hams help me. Also helping in the community, because that's one thing I would like to see our club do that I belong to, help more in the community. So that's the other play on the word, helping hams, helping people out in the community. Thank you for always being out there, folks. And thank you for participating tonight, VE3JUM. All right, the next person I think that I have on the list, maybe they said they had to go early, but I do have Kilo Quebec 4, Tango November Sierra. Come on in.
Evening, everybody. I'm Kate, Kilo Quebec 4, Tango November Sierra, from Ellicott, Georgia. Had a long time interest in being a ham. We used to listen to Fort Wave back in the 60s and 70s, and I've been a ham for 6 months now,
Oh,
about,
cool.
and I am a member of the club, and we do things like communications for beach cleanups and for races that they hold in the area, and other events that they might have that need communications, and we enjoy helping out with that in field day and things of that nature. So it's I think that
Okay, Kilo Quebec 4, Tango November Sierra. So, new ham too, 6 months, 6 months in. You do a lot of stuff with your club. You guys have a lot of activities, the races and things like that, which is pretty cool, by the way. That's what I like about we do several things like that too. And you'll find some of the stuff on my website. I don't put a lot of the stuff on the club about our club on the website. Not a lot of people in our club like to be on pictures or in video and stuff like that. And we're in 2025 now, and I'm not saying anything like, oh, we're in 2025. No, I'm just saying right now, in the place we live in, like the time we live in, social media is a big thing, right? And today and several days, speaking of social media, YouTube is one of the best things that ever happened to me. It's my Consumer Reports magazine. Everybody used to hear about that back in the day. So it's my Consumer Reports magazine. Before I go and buy anything, I'll watch 10 or 12 people say how their product worked for them and the way to use it and what the hardships were and stuff like that. And the other thing that I use YouTube for is to figure out how to fix something. We just had another person pop in, and it's just in time too because we're at the bottom of the list. We just had Whiskey 2 Echo Lima Sierra just pop in on Echolink. Whiskey 2 Echoes Lima Sierra. Thank you for joining our All-Star Echolink Friday Night Net. My name is Ernest, Echo Alpha Romeo, November Echo Sierra Tango. My call is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. Tonight, you're invited to our two topics. We have two topics. The first topic is to be or not to be in a club that is. And the next topic tonight, we haven't got to the second topic, is hate or appreciate. So if you want to say hello there, Whiskey 2 Echo Lima Sierra, come on in.
This is Whiskey 2 Echo Lima Sierra. You can call me Ron. I'm coming in from Western New York. How you, Ernest? Been watching you, following you on Facebook for a little while and on YouTube. But definitely want to pop in and say hello and drop in. And definitely we'll speak to the topics. I joined a club, but I haven't been to a club meeting yet. But I am interested in being a club. Back to you.
Thank you for that. And so there you have it, folks. How long have you been in ham, by the way? How long have you been in ham before we move on? I think I missed that.
I am a 6-month hand. Went from zero to in the U.S. We go to amateur extra, going from zero to amateur extra in 6 months. Picked up the hobby on a whim where my coworker said, "Hey, heard about ham radio?" I said, "Oh, I'll take a look into it." Next thing you know, I'm getting my technician. I bought HTs. I'm into HF, and now I've done multiple quota activations, and I earned my amateur extra. So 6 months going strong and not looking back now. Back to that.
Well, let me tell you, that's what I'm talking about. I'm excited to hear that. 6 months going strong. You climbed up the ladder. I was just telling the folks before you got here, I just celebrated my second year. Only had my HF since April 24th, but didn't go start doing HF until the end of June, so basically July. And I love the parks on there and stuff like that as well. I do a lot of videos, take pictures and stuff like that. Nothing is edited. It's all raw. And then that which leads me into my next topic, hate or appreciate. Because I literally had a guy say to me, "Oh, you should do something else with your channel. Nobody likes to just sit there and watch people do QSOs." But right before that person said that, there's a person that said, "I love just watching you do QSOs. I like to see what you're doing, the stuff. I like looking at the sky sometimes when your camera falls and this and that and other." So it's it's to each his own. I built this Facebook group and the YouTube channel because the club that I was in didn't do a lot of stuff that I like to do. So I'm not gonna hate on that. I'm gonna appreciate the stuff that they could teach me and stuff like that. But I'm not gonna hold myself back. Okay. So being out here and letting people come into my life and watch me, I love it when people say, "Hey, you're about to kill somebody. You're about to watch out." But I love it when they are telling me all the good stuff too, and not just telling me, "Hey, I'm about to kill somebody," which I do want to hear. Okay, we have a repeater there with us online. We're at the bottom of the list. The repeater is Victor. Let's see, the repeater, it went up. Let me see. Here we go. Summers. Hold on. That's Mr. Here we go. Victor Echo 6 India Delta Kilo. Victor Echo 6 India Delta Kilo repeater out of Spruce Grove, Alberta, Canada. Anyone on the repeater out in Spruce Grove, please come on in. Okay, nothing heard. So far we've heard from Victor Alpha 3, Foxtrot Zulu, Rob there, and Ontario. We heard from Mr. Allen in Temple Hills, NX3F. We heard from Jim there, VE3JUM. We've heard from Eugene there, Kilo Quebec 4, Tango November Sierra, who's going to go make some good food. We did hear from Devin. He was in and out, VE1DXW. Devin's been up all day, and he's in Nova Scotia there. We heard from Kilo Romeo 4, Alpha Mike Lima, and I'm saying these names so y'all know who is in rotation there. And lastly, we heard from Whiskey 2, Echo Lima Sierra. So that's our first round, folks. We're getting ready to do our second round. Let me give a brief pause, and we'll be back. All right. Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor returning. I would also like to say that we've had Rebecca join us on Facebook, because if you don't have Echolink or AllStar, you can always join it on Facebook. So so Volkswagen Bug. I don't know if it's VE3 or VA3, but I know it's VA3 or VE3 Volkswagen Bug. So we got Rebecca out there. Hello from Facebook. All right, we're round two. So for the second round, it is hate or appreciate, and here is the context. When you're out there and you're helping your friends and even your family and stuff like that, because I just want to make sure people may understand this. I love it when people talk to me, have conversations, and give me good feedback, negative and positive, but we're talking all the time. I talk to Mr. Allen all the time. I talk to Devin all the time. I talk to Rob all the time. So if one of those guys got a hold of me and say, "Hey, Ernest, I was watching one of your videos, and you were out of band, just by a little bit though. You were out of band, so make sure you watch that, bro. I'm just looking out after you. Thanks, Mr. Allen, I appreciate it. Thanks, Rob, I appreciate it." Now, if I'm out there doing all this stuff, and I hear, "Hey, Ernest, how you going today? Pretty good. Well, you messed up this, that, and something else. I appreciate that. I really do, because I'm not talking trash. I really appreciate it. Because I've learned so much from people watching the stuff I do than I would have ever learned. I'm just going to be just straight up with it. Come to me, even if you don't say anything to me, and give me that feedback. But I would love it, love it, love it, love it, love it if you would say something else besides "you just screwed up." Okay, so hate or appreciate. Do you think you're out there hating or appreciating? Or have you ever been hated on when you should be appreciated? Let's go to the top of the list, VA3FZ.
Okay, VA3F said, hate or appreciate. I appreciate any time there's constructive criticism or direction or information. I read a saying this week that I kind of really liked, because at work I find that I have a lot of safety issues, and I have to make sure that everybody's conforming. And the saying was, "I can instruct you, but I can't learn you." And it really made me chuckle, because that's for the people that it doesn't matter how many times I explain it to the person, or somebody explains it, and they just don't get it. And I find there's a lot of that. But with radio, it's there's so many aspects of directions that you can go. You're always learning something, so it's good. Keeps the brain young. Back to you, Ernest. Everybody on that VA3F said.
VA3F said in the group, Victor Alpha 3, Echo Whiskey Victor returning. You heard it there, folks, and we're even talking about job stuff. Because I'm just not talking about radio. Thank you for sharing that, Rob, and that you made me chuckle too. Because yes, you do have some people there. No matter what you do, you go right. But this is such a vast hobby. You can learn all the time, and I'm going to keep the cameras rolling and the pictures going, because I want everybody out there to help me out. And I'm telling you, I feel, and I'm going to be honest about this. Even to the folks that because I don't consider anybody a hater, but I just tell people, I hope you're not a hater. I just tell them to their face, don't be hating on me. Help me out. Don't stop talking to me. But I want to hear more from you, though, right? I'm doing a lot of stuff out there. Don't just let me know when I'm messing up or you got me. Oh my goodness. Sorry about that. It's just funny to me. Anyway, before I lose my train of thought there, that's what I was wanting to say. So we heard from Rob there. So NX3F. You've been a ham operator for a long time, you said, when you did your introduction. Let's hear your thoughts on the topic there. Go ahead.
VA3EWV NX3F. Well, I'm with Rob 100%. I am with Rob 100%. As a matter of fact, I'm going to add this little tidbit that radio can be complicated. It really can. And there's so many assets to what's going on when you, no matter if you're receiving or transmitting, you know, you got to deal with propagation, digital side. I mean, it's a huge hobby. So I agree with Rob 100%. And any constructive, I can't even pronounce it, whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I definitely, I'm open for it. But it's one time I've had to do some some fact checking because one person one time told me some information. I had to do some fact checking just to keep my head together. Back to you, Ernest. VA3EWV NX3F.
NX3F, yes, thank you for being out there. Yeah, man, this is a vast hobby. It does, and you were looking for that constructive criticism. That's right. We'll take it all day, every day, right? And something I wanted to just bring up too, because it's not about to be or not to be, or the other topic, hate or appreciate. But it does have something to do with hate or appreciate. Let me tell you what I think I'm just going to tell you guys that are listening today what I've observed, and it has happened. I have seen some folks come in and really talk smack about DMR, Echolink, AllStar Node, this and that. I mean, just straight up talk smack about it. It's not real radio. Oh, FT8, you can sit there and go get a cup of coffee, go make a pot of coffee, come back, you have 800 contacts. Well, that's a damn lie. I'm just going to say it just like that. I don't think you're supposed to swear on the thing. I'm just going to straight out tell you that's a lie. Because I've tried to work these WWA stations, and I'm spending an eternity trying to work these doggone stations on FT8 to why I gave up and tried to just work them sideband and got them quicker. So don't. Anyway, before I digress, what I'm trying to say is, what I observed is the people who are hating on those things. I'm like, yep, you know what? I understand exactly where you're coming from. And then I did something different. Hey, look, you know what? Why don't you come over to the shack and let me just show you this right quick? Because have you ever used it, though? No, I never used it. Okay. Well, come over here. Let me just show you something cool. Or they'll watch the thing, and so then I found out this. If I can set it up for them or get it configured or get it all that stuff like that, then all of a sudden it's going. In the little club that I'm in here in Cornwall, Ontario, a good friend of mine there, VE3, ARF, Alpha Radio Fox there, he was doing FT8. And then one by one, I think there's up to 6 or 7 more people because they got to go to the house, got to watch it. I even went to his house and watched him use it. And then the next thing you know, he was at my shack, helped me set it up. So I think a lot of people that hate on things would appreciate us showing them how to use these different parts of radio. Because, man, I can't let me pause. Mainly because my thumb was hurting. But I've learned slow scan TV, check. FT8, check. WinLink, check. HF, check. And HF is different. Like every band you go to, it seems like there's a different language and stuff like that. But I've done, I can't even, yeah, so Echolink, AllStar, doing my own node, da 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 da. And the reason I thought I was 1 year in the program and not 2, the first year was just UHF, VHF, and that's all that was. The second year was when I got my all the stuff done. And even before I got my HF, the second year was just crazy with the things I learned. So, yeah, that's enough for me for that. let's keep it on moving though before people run out of time. Kilo Quebec 4, Tango November Sierra. Are you still there? Did you get? Are you still there? Over.
Yeah, Quebec 4, Tango November Sierra is still here. And, I mean, I appreciate people helping me, and I appreciate people trying to learn that I can help. So I guess, I mean, if somebody needs extra help, I mean, everybody's not suited, or they learn at different rates. And I've learned that, I was a network support engineer prior to retirement, and there's some people that have a hard time moving the cable, so everybody's got different experiences and different levels of expertise, and I appreciate learning, and I appreciate.
Thank you for that, Kilo Quebec 4, Tango November Sierra. Yeah, you hit the nail right on the head. Everybody has different levels of expertise and stuff like that. Which reminds me, because you know what, 2025, I'm gonna let y'all know now. 2022, 3, and 4. Thank you. Yes, sir. Okay. 2025, I'm telling people to back off my butt. Um, I'm not gonna be a nasty guy about it, but I'm like 2025 is not the year to be playing with Ernest. I can tell you that right now. We're gonna play in the sandbox together, and we're gonna have lots of fun and stuff like that. But I ain't gonna be taking no smack from people. And that's what I was talking about, hating and appreciation. So so I'm just gonna put it out there too. There's a guy that said to me, I just got to get it out. The asked me a question about something I had no idea what the guy was talking about, and the guy was like, "How'd you get your advanced license?" And it took me a little bit of time to answer that question. And I was like, "What? We're in the same class." So I was like, What do you mean?" And because I asked a question, I didn't understand it. Now, I'm not gonna rain on his parade, but someone else said to me at a different time, which made his thing, kind of make me upset there. But I got over it really quick. But a person said to me over and over, "Shouldn't you know that? Shouldn't you know that? Shouldn't you know that? Didn't you take your test? Didn't you take your test? Shouldn't you know that?" And then another person said to me, different person, "Well, you should know all that stuff before you get on the radio." And I'm like, so that person, I was like, come on now, come on. You can't tell me that a person needs to know everything there is about radio before they get on air. I graduated with, I was in a class done by Radio Amateurs of Canada. Let me pause. I was enrolled in the class with Radio Amateurs of Canada. I think that thing started with like 174 people. A lot of people were successful. There's still some people to this day that haven't even pressed the push to talk button yet because they're too afraid to get out there because they're too afraid they're going to mess up something. Luckily enough, I had a person tell me that radio is on the job training. Yes, you don't want to be out there doing bad stuff, but again, like I'll give you an example. I was on a frequency on, I guess, 20, maybe 40, I forget which frequency I was on. But you know how you always look up three keys, up 3 kilocycles, down 3 kilocycles. You know your boundaries and all this stuff like that. So I found a nice little spot. It was 2 weekends ago. Very busy on the net with different contesting and stuff like that. I was doing Parks on the Air. And then some people start whistling over and over and over. Then I would be quiet, and they would be quiet. And then I'd start talking to get a call sign, and they'll be whistling and the tuning and all that, and I'd go quiet. And they'd be quiet. 1 second. So then I was like, wait a minute. Hold on a second. So I said something. I'm like, oh my goodness. I said, hey everybody, we've been having a good time. I have 156 QSOs or something like that. It's all on video, by the way. I said I have 156 QSOs, but I'm gonna have to QSY because I think somebody wants this frequency. Now, see, I didn't have no fits. I didn't make no faces, so they know I'm on video. I said I'm just gonna QSY, showing people that you can be a good Samaritan out there. Just move it along. Like there's other places to go. The dials are big. You know, I've straight up moved different bands. I've straight up left SSB and went to FT8 to finish my QSOs and finish my day. So anyway, so follow me closely with this one. 1 second. So to recap, I'm having fun. I'm over 100 QSOs in, burning up the bands. You know, I'm killing it. You know, they're coming left and right. The QRM comes out there. It won't go away. I said, let me find a spot. So I know 350 is my boundary. Then I start working my way down. And very busy. I'm like, okay, I'm right here. This is the one I'm locking in. I pop out. It's the frequency in use. It's the frequency in use. Da 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 da. Right. And then I spot myself on the PODA app. Right, not knowing that I was so 50, 49, 48. So 48 for not 50. So I'm at like three away, but I'm landing on 50. Now my radio, if I go over 350 or more, it won't let me transmit. But oh my God, don't hear nothing from the person. Boo! You are operating out of band. Blah 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 blah. But can you still put me in the log for that particular part? Can you believe that kind of mess? Anyway, let's keep it rolling. We have Kilo Bravo 3, Papa Quebec Alpha. Hey, look, Kilo Bravo 3, Papa Quebec Alpha. I'm not complaining. I'm not on the soapbox. The topics tonight are to be or not to be in a club, and the second topic, which we're on now, is to hate or appreciate. And I was talking about some haters out there when they should have been appreciating. Okay, we're going to pause right quick. We're going to take Kilo Bravo 3, Papa Kilo Alpha, just to say hi. And hopefully you can stick around for a while. Are you going to be a short time check-in? If so, let us know who you are, where you're from, how long you've been a ham. We're going to turn the mic over to you. Please come on in. Kilo Bravo 3, Papa Quebec Alpha. Papa Quebec Alpha. Ding, ding, ding. So that is Philip. Hello, Philip. Are you there? Kilo Bravo 3, Papa Quebec Alpha. No, Papa Kilo Alpha. Philip, are you there? Over. Okay, we'll wait for them. The next person that we have on the list there to bring on in. And I hope I haven't forgotten anybody. If I do, just make sure you raise your hand. Whiskey 2, Echo Lima Sierra. Whiskey 2, Echo Lima Sierra. What are your thoughts on hating and appreciating? Come on in.
Whiskey 2, Echo Lima Sierra, Brian coming back again. Yeah, so a lot of good points were made. I definitely appreciate feedback, but it's got to be with a part of trust. So what I learned is that I'm not going to take feedback from anyone on the street, but if someone comes to me that I trust, I think that's all part of it, you know. And one of the things I also learned is that when you do want to give feedback to someone, you got to make sure that they're in the right frame of mind to take feedback. So sometimes when I give feedback, I'll say, hey, can I give you some feedback on something? And they'll say yes, or they might say no. And if they say no, I know, well, they're probably not in the right state of mind to take any
Man,
feedback.
come on. You preach it.
And definitely,
You
again,
preach it.
because trust is so important. You can't just, some rando off the street giving you feedback on that. And then, keeping it radio related, I think, with the U.S., technically, I was just reading your qualifications for Canada. You could go from 0 to amateur extra and not even touch a radio. So that's definitely, we gotta take everyone in love because
Come
we
on.
can literally go from
Listen to this
never
boy
even
preach. Listen to
touching
this
a
boy
radio
preach.
to, fully qualified amateur extra person, because there's no code requirements in the U.S. So for me, it's a matter of trust and definitely appreciate the feedback, but it's gotta be done in love. Whiskey 2 Echo Lima Sierra, back to this.
Whiskey 2, Echo Lima Sierra. Preach it, man. Look, you'll find me on QRZ. Get my email address. Whatever you had said, I need to see it, and you need to throw me them couple lines in an email because I'm going to put that stuff on the wall. I don't even know what it said, but I know what you said, but I can't remember because I was just over here too excited. If you watch the video, I'm sitting up there giving you some yes lords and some amens. That's for doggone sure. One thing I heard you say, I loved it, man. I loved it. Make sure that they're in the right frame of mind. May I give you some feedback? Because you might get a hell no to the no, no, no. Hell to, you know, you might get one of those from me if I'm not feeling good. But you might go, yeah, man, come on, you know? And that trust thing. Oh, come on now. Come on, preach it. And one of the people I was talking to about this same thing, I'm like, I don't trust nobody no more, bro. You know, the drama was going down too much. I don't even have no trust. So you coming up to me with this stuff sideways, you know, you have to understand I'm going to have my hairs on the back of my head. Because I'll never hear from you until you're saying some shit, right? Some stuff, excuse me. And then other thing, it just spoke volumes to me. You can go from 0 to 60. You can study everything in the world, take those tests, never even touch a radio, people. Never even touch radio. And I've told people who've been here week after week after week, my first radio was my iPhone 6 Plus with Echolink AllStar on it. That was my first radio right there. Okay, so, man, come on now. Everybody give a big old hand to Whiskey 2, Echo Lima Sierra. That's what I'm talking about. Hell, I don't even know where I'm at anymore. Okay, who have... Woo, Lord have mercy. Okay, who's next? Just come on in, put your hand up. See, Whiskey 2, Echo Lima Sierra, you got me thrown off there. Okay, let me see who we haven't heard from here. Oh, VE3JUM, I think you're next. VE3JUM, you haven't had round 2. Come on in.
Hey, no worries, Ernest. You know what? Great dialogue, for sure. I echo a lot of the comments I already made. Of being, I'm an appreciative type of individual, and depending what lens you look at that from, you know, it's kind of like correlates back to the glass half full or glass half empty. But ironically, I got spent a lot of time researching psychotherapy and that kind of stuff like that. But there's this thing that's called automatic negative thoughts, and believe it or not, 70% of our thoughts are negative.
Oh, wow.
The realism of life.
Wow.
And how do you change that? But nonetheless, I'm an appreciative individual. I always welcome, as VA3EWV has indicated, and everybody else echoed, constructive criticism. And as W2E2 ELS has said, is that given that constructive criticism, the person that's got to be in the right frame of mind, because that can go totally sideways on you very quickly if that criticism is taken in the wrong way. But nonetheless, always appreciative of all the help, and the generosity of the people in this hobby is incredible. I don't know of any other hobby that I've ever put my finger into that has the generosity of the people that are on here. So anyway, that's about it. I hope everybody has a good weekend, and I want to say 73 to all. Thanks for again, Ernest. Oh, and by the way, I didn't mention it on the first round, but congratulations on your 2 years, Ernest. You've done a lot in 2 years, more than I've probably done in my entire ham hobby. But well done, and 73 to all. VA3EWV, this is VA3JUM.
And you know what? I definitely appreciate you saying that. Now, man, I caught some good stuff off of here tonight. Some people think that I'm on a soapbox or whatever and stuff like that, but you know, I had to realize that every time I get on the radio, I put it on the camera. So, and that's good, because like I said, the reason I've done so much is I'm like, oh, not only am I doing my thing, but I'm meeting other people. People get a hold of me and say, hey, how would you like? Right now, I'm trying to figure out C4. I have a Yaesu 991 Alpha, and I have a friend of mine that has one as well. And they do this thing where they go on 10 meters, but they do C4 FM on 10 meters. And I was like, what? And I've been trying to get my radio to work right, and I've read all the instructions for it, but I can't get it to work. But that's the, you know, and last night I got Whynot set up. But today I helped a guy with his DMR radio, V1DXW, who was here earlier. Another fellow I helped a couple weeks ago, a blind ham. you know, and program their radio and stuff like that. And I was like, so now I'm learning about all these radios and stuff that I don't even own, and it's just but I'm not doing it myself. They're doing it, and you know, you do the first couple, and then they do the rest. And you sit there and have a conversation. But look, I know time is getting long, and here's my favorite part of the net. Uh, this is where I open up the floor. So if anybody has heard anything from anyone that they want to say, hey, good job or whatever, because you don't usually get to do that stuff on other nets, but here you do because this is a different thing. But before we do, let's go out to Spruce Grove, Alberta, one more time to see if anybody's on that repeater that wants to come in and say hello. Come on in. Okay, nothing heard. Did someone not get to speak about the hate or appreciate? Please come now. Okay, good. We didn't miss anybody. Now it's time for me to stop yakking, and you guys can. I know some of you've been taking notes with the call sign, so it's open mic night. If you heard something that you want to give a person an amen for, please come on in.
I don't know, but I found these
No.
results on search.
And as an X3F, I want to give a appreciation to you, Ernest. You have done more on ham than a lot of ham I know. As a matter of fact, even myself, even though I got my ticket in '72, man, you've done a lot more than I certainly have. Because I was kind of like been hiding in the weeds on CW when I was on FTA for a while, and then I was silent for a while, and then I got back into sideband for a while, we did FM for a while, but you have done a lot, man, so my hat's off to you. Go ahead.
I'm telling you, I'm going to get that barbecue club started off soon. That's going to be my next thing, you know. Some good music, some barbecue. And that's what I think is going to be kicking off and have me some new hams coming into the thing. Y'all get your ham license, you get a plate. You know, and that plate's going to be thick, so you got to go ahead and get that ticket there, over.
You should plan some type of a outing this summertime where everybody can get together, you know, and have a little weekend, you know, and a rendezvous place. Everybody get together and meet everybody that's here on the net, man. That'd be real cool. I don't have no problem driving up there. Go ahead.
That's right, that's right. And I won't hold it, but I do have to tell you all this joke. Now, I'm a college educated person now, just a university educated person, just to let y'all know. I was going to the school in Natchitoches, Northwest State University, and our student union had this big mural outside the wall by a bowling alley. And all of us in school there in the South, we kept saying this. Let's go to the student union and go to Rendivius. Let's go to the Rendivius and go bowling. And I kept saying Rendivius for 30-something years. Then I came to Canada, I saw the word, I'm like, oh, y'all have a Rendivius here? And they looked at me and they're like, what? I didn't even know the word was called rendezvous. That's a damn shame. Okay, anyway, who's next? Who's got the mic next? Come on in. Come on, somebody pick it up. All right, Nat, I know it's kind of hard to just pop in because you think somebody's gonna talk, but we got you, VA3EWV. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Congratulations on your 2 years. I know it's been a whirlwind, but you're doing a good job. And most people have ham radio and coffee as a show, but you gotta leave it to Ernest. Ham radio and barbecue. Nothing wrong with that. Back to you, VA3EWV.
Oh, Lord have mercy. I'm telling you. You know, we're going to have some girls up there serving us some good eats and stuff, too, so don't forget about that. All right, so we had some good stuff from FZ and X3F. Anyone else want to reach across the lines? Just so you guys know, if you come back, when we have those technical nights and we talk about stuff, you hear a lot of the back and forth. Hey, tell me about this. What kind of antenna you had? Da-da-da. So, you know, come back again next time. Because it won't be this. These just to come up, and these were not from my personal experiences, because I don't talk my business. Other people came out that would never say anything, and I just want to put it out there that watch what you say sometimes. You have to have that frame of mind, like our buddy said there, Whiskey 2 Echo Lima Sierra. Ask the people, hey, can I give you feedback, right? Yeah, that's right. Okay, anybody else? Come on in. Okay, is it? Let's see what happens. Okay, that looks like it's gonna be it. We're gonna end it up here tonight. We hope to see y'all again next week. So I always ask what you're doing for the weekend. If you want to pop out there and say what you're doing for the weekend, that's good, and that's how we'll end the day. And we wish everybody a good weekend. For those that got snow for the first time, hope you enjoyed it. We don't have enough snow up here. We have there's a lot of stuff I want to do, and there's no snow on the ground, so we got to get snow back in Canada. We're gonna have to do that. Anyway, Winter Field Day is this weekend, so I'll be doing Winter Field Day for sure on Saturday. And I might want to go. I think I'm going to go knock out 2 parks and get those kilos in for the parks on the air. There's a gentleman out there saying he was just started parks on the air, but I left the park, came home, uploaded my log, and I found that I was 17 away from 1,000 QSOs in that park. But also since that time, I've grown up a little bit. I used to only do 40 and 20. So when I go back, I'm not going to just do 17 QSOs. I'm going to go ahead and knock that out right away. But what I am going to do, though, is I'm going to work every band I can because I now have a call for 80 meters and a call for 40 on my vertical. So I'm just going to start at 6. And I know what y'all say about 6, but I got friends with beams and stuff like that. We still make those contacts in the middle of the day, and I'm going to work my way up. UHF, VHF, 6 on up to 80, and lock those 2 parks in this weekend most likely. Okay, and anybody else want to share what they're doing, please come now. Maybe I should direct it, because I know this is different. So we'll start at the bottom there, Whiskey 2 Echo Lima Sierra, if you're still there. You doing anything for the weekend?
W2ELS, yeah, I'm going to have the Winter Field Day competition as well. Try to get some contacts in as well. Definitely don't think I'm going to see myself operating 6 hours straight, which is one of the things, because that's a long time. I'll be doing mobile. I'm going to try to set up in the car and try to get as many QSOs as I can during the field day. But that's all I got going. Thanks for having me, Ernest, and definitely look forward to coming back again. 73 y'all, and back to net. Whiskey 2 Echo Lima Sierra.
Well, man, I'm glad to hear that. I'm going to be out doing a little bit of both. We have a buddy that's going to be doing a private get-together at his house. And then I know for sure I'm going to be out there mobile as well. So I'm going to definitely put them to their paces. I sat out 2 years handing out tea and coffee and donuts and stuff and didn't want to get on the mic for 2 years in a row. Well, first year I didn't even have a license, but I could have went to the GOTA station to get on the air station. The second year I still didn't have my HF, and I wasn't too keen on getting on the radio. I didn't understand HF. I was like, no, that's not for me. This year I've been waiting for I'm like, okay, it's Christmas Eve, because I'm gonna go out there and they're gonna have to have the Royal Canadian Police, Royal Canadian Mounted Police. I'm just gonna call them, hey, look, I'm going over here. I'm getting ready to go kill it. So there's going to be some casualties, so y'all better watch out there. Come on. All right. Okay. NX3F, what you doing on the weekend?
Yeah, it's NX3F. Yeah, you know what? I was supposed to drop into the site where the local club I belong to, they're going to be doing field day, and I told them I said I'd roll over there, but I'm not sure which day I'm going to go, either Saturday or Sunday, but I know tomorrow the missus has got me doing a little project, so I got to knock that out. So hopefully I'll get over there and see what's happening on field day. I've not participated in field day since 1980. 84 is the last time I ever did that. So
Okay, NX3F. I had set expectations that I was going to do one day of field day because I want to do because since we're not doing a club event, I want to do all my QSOs in vain. Since we're not doing any kind of club thing, I'd rather right now put my QSOs toward a POTA activation and then actual field day. To, truth be told, I'm going to still like it. Just to let you know, but I'm just saying. Right now, I'm I finished third in the country for field operations in Canada in 2024. So I want to kind of move up a notch or two. And I started 6 months, like 6 whole months had passed by. And then I started. And when I started, I act like I didn't know what to do. I didn't come home. I didn't go to bed. I didn't eat. I didn't sleep. I just, no, I did all that stuff. But when I go out there, I got to put it down. Because I'm going to be listening for Whiskey 2 Echolink Sierra out there mobile too. He's going to be a one mobile. Okay, VE3JUM, you're the last one on the list. What you doing this weekend?
Hey, Ernest, not a whole lot planned this weekend. I do have I got some wood, burning wood here at this place this past week. As I'm sure you know, it was got a little frosty and chilly here. So I burnt a lot of wood, need to get some of that replenished. Got some other plans external of the QTH here. But aside from that, nothing too extravagant. That's about it. Radio-wise, and we'll probably tinker around a little more with that. Always seem to have my hand in something. Like I said, this hotspot that I've been playing with it now for a couple weeks. Quite enjoying that hotspot and the abilities that it brings, but just digital in general. But that's about it. Again, thanks for holding the net, Ernest. You guys at 73 to all have a great weekend. Take care. VA3EWV. This is VA3JUM.
VE3JUM in the group, VA3EWV returning. Look, I'm going to look up your email and stuff on QRZ there. I have two friends. One that already has a. Excuse me, 1 second. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I have a friend that's a blind ham, and he had purchased a hotspot. I'll get the make, model, and all that stuff because I know everything's different. But I'll get that stuff from him because he wanted to. He said, if you know anything about hotspots, give me a hand. I said, I'll find somebody, but you want to find someone that has one, right? And the guy that I had knew I was going to get to help him, unfortunately, passed away. Buddy of mine, his name was Renee, so he passed away a couple weeks ago, and he was our DMR hotspot person. So I have two people, and even Devin, who was here tonight, he's wanting to get a hotspot. He lives in a place that doesn't have repeaters. I think the closest repeaters maybe is like 2 hours or something like that away from him or something. So he was thinking about getting a hotspot himself there. But that's why I like these things because it's good. Just knowing somebody that has something. Not that they'll help you, but it's still good that Hey, I watched this video because let me just say this: when I got Steve to help me with WinLink VE3FZ, I didn't have him okay, are you at your computer? Okay, let's download the program. Click next. Let's download the program. I did all that prior to him, and I did what I could, but I still wasn't working. So when he came along, it was like I did AnyDesk. He was there. I said, "Here's all the stuff I've done. Here's where I'm stuck." He's like, "Oh, you just have to do this, but I'm gonna let you do it." And within 10 or so minutes, we were up and running. Anyway, thank you guys for sharing out there tonight. We appreciate it. If we hear from you on field day, we do. I'll be putting out where I'm at on my Facebook there. If you haven't. If you are not aware of the Facebook, is On the Air with VA3EWV, and YouTube is On the Air with VA3EWV as well. Thanks everybody for being out there, and have a good rest of your night. 7-3 to all. VA3EWV clear. Okay, we'll wait for some finals, and then we'll throw some music on, and then there'll be a night. We usually have a couple things, people saying stuff before they go. All right, let's get the music queued up. What we're gonna play tonight, folks? Since we're radio games, let's do radio games. The remix.
It's a radio field day, antennas up high. Good friends, good vibes under clear blue sky. Static free, we sip and drink, summer's in the air. Frequencies tuning, ain't got no cares to spare. Radio games playing all day contact. 7-3 we got, punching back, have a blast. Worth the world, one for task at hand. Play that signal strong from coast to land. Transmitting joy, ain't no better pastime. Laughter in the static, shared on every line. Out here we groove, mix the beats and waves. Harmony electric in these radio days. Radio games playing all day contact. 7-3 regards, punching back, have a blast. Worth the world, runs the task at hand. Wave that signal strong from coast to land. Crave the knob, find that golden flow. Station to station, let the good times roll. Echoes travel wide, far beyond the range. Friendships on the airwaves, strange but not strange. Crank the knob, find that golden flow. Station to station, let the good times roll. Echoes travel wide, far beyond the range. Friendships on the airwaves, strange but not strange. From dusk to dawn, we chatter and we laugh. Frequency, our language, speaking telegraph. Hearts connected, bound by unseen thread. In this summer fun, every moment lasts. Radio games playing all day contact. 7-3 regards, punching back, have a blast. Worth the world, runs the task at hand. Wave that signal strong from coast to land. From dusk to dawn, we chatter and we laugh. Frequency, our language, speaking telegraph. Hearts connected, bound by unseen thread. In this summer fun, every moment lasts.
Okay, folks, y'all have a good day, and that's it. Thank you for joining us, and now I have to figure out how to turn off the video.
Tuning in on the ragtime show, and radio signals all aglow. C2DX from near and far, that's for God 73, wherever you are. Morse code telling the rhythmic beat, signal sidebound sending out a treat. Digital waves dance through the night, 20 meters clear and bright. Rock's ragtime radio, CQDX, let's go. Morse code flowing smooth, feel that ragtime groove. 6 meters calling loud and clear, 10 meters friends we hold dear. 50 meters reaching high, 40 meters music in the sky. 80 meters late night fun, ham radio under the sun.
Pressing stop on video, and it just won't stop.
Across the land,
So I don't know how I'm gonna stop it.
radio band. Rock, ragtime radio.
It won't stop.